All right, let's get into some problem solving now, where we could think about what does problem solving look like when we're thinking about calculating volume. Well, here are some example questions. A rectangular prism has a length of 20 inches, a width of 11 inches, and a height of 13 inches. What is the volume in cubic inches of this rectangular prism? So here students need to be able to understand that they have to multiply length times width times height to calculate the volume of that prism. Here's another question. The length of one edge of a cube is 3 units. What is the volume of this cube? So here we have to interpret a cube is going to have the same length, the same width, and the same height. And if I know that's 3, then I could calculate the volume of that cube. Here's another word problem question that your students might be faced with across the elementary grades. The figure shows the base layer of a rectangular prism that Sophie built using blocks. The prism was made by stacking 10 layers of the blocks. So those layers are going to tell us about the height. And each layer was identical to the base layer. And each block has a volume of 1 cubic unit. So then what is the volume of this rectangular prism that Sophie built? So here I need to take this length, multiply it by this width, and then know that that height of 10, what would be my volume of this figure? Well, we'd have to calculate that. Here's another example. 4 figures are shown that are regular rectangular prisms made of unit cubes. Which figures have a volume of 12 cubic units? So here students have to calculate length times width times height. Boy, gosh, that's hard to point to. Length times width times height, length times width times height, and then length times width times height to figure out if it's just one of these figures, 2 of these figures, 3 of these figures, or 4 of these figures. It's actually 4 is not, oh yeah, it is 4. That is one of the answer choices. Now I'd like you to push pause and think about how you engage students in problem solving related to 3-dimensional figures.